Hello Year 10, it's Mr. Hughes again. Hope you've had a good half term. Hope you did some stuff to keep you entertained, safe and not breaking the law. No doubt you're very law abiding citizens, but that's what we're looking at today is consumer law. So you've got criminal law and you've got another law which is consumer law, which is all about buying and selling. So let's get straight in. So that's what we're looking at. It's the impact of law and how it has a positive or a negative influence on reputation, safety. Safety is a big thing, obviously, when coming to consumer law, because you want to buy things that's safe. And there's the objective. What's the impact for the consumer and for the business from these laws that are in? So just have a quick think. Have you ever taken something back to a shop? Come on, let's be honest. Have you bought something and then thought, well, actually, I don't really want this, so I don't like it, I'm going to take it back? Or have you bought something, worn it once, and then taken it back? Who would do such a thing, eh? Who would? Has anybody like torn something or tried to make it look as if there was a fault where there was an actual fact there was nothing wrong? Wow, are you really that good citizens? I wonder. But have you thought about that? And what's the impact to the business when you do that? It's cost essentially, isn't it? Right, okay. The law which covers all that kind of stuff is called the Consumer Rights Act 2015. So that Consumer Rights Act is relatively new, and the reason why it's new is because it's now in line with downloads and computerized products or purchases online or apps or games or stuff like that. Previously it was called the Consumer Law Act, but now it's called the Consumer Rights Act 2015. E-books, if you look at the list down the bottom there. So these are the things that it also covers, as well as everything else that was in the previous law. So the law states that things should be as described, fit for purpose, and satisfactory quality, right? Those are the three things, plain and simple, but there are grey areas to it. So if we look at as described, I'm just thinking of prom. Hopefully there'll be a prom for you, no doubt. Hey, fingers crossed there. Let's look on the positive. Will be a long time down the road, and the world will be a different place by then. But let's say you're going to the prom and you really like this dress online. You want it to be special, you want it to be unique, and it turns up and it looked like this one in the picture, and then when you turn up, oh, look at that, that's a nice little cucumber green, sort of snotty green effect, and it turned up like that. It is not as described. Okay, it is different. So therefore, under the Consumer Protection Act, they have broken that law 2015. It must be as described. Looking at my hairdo, I'm slightly receding. If I see something that will cure baldness, no laughing please, but if it does, fingers crossed, then and I buy it and it doesn't, arguably it's not doing what it should do. What about these moisturising creams that claim to make you look 15 years younger? Surely they're breaking the Consumer Protection Act. If you've got a bit of time, there's an extension. How would they get around breaking the Consumer Protection Act? Okay, these anti-aging creams. If you've got a bit of time or you fancy extending your knowledge, have a go at that. It also needs to be fit for purpose. So if I buy a washing machine, it's got to wash clothes. If it doesn't wash clothes, then it's not fit for purpose. So it should be suitable. If you buy an item of clothing, it should be durable and it shouldn't break the first time you wear it. It could well be a Primani, and maybe it does. Sometimes you pay for what you get. But if you're paying a certain amount of cash for it, the quality and the spend should also relate to the fitness of its purpose. So it should be fit for purpose. If you buy a pair of, tool set or a hair dye, and it doesn't do what it should be doing, it doesn't work, then it's not fit for purpose. So you are. And of course, satisfactory quality. The word satisfactory is important there, because if you buy something that's really cheap and cheerful and it breaks within a month, then arguably, you've bought what you've paid for. So, but if you've paid 300 quid for it and it's of high quality, and it's like, let's say it's a pair of walking boots for 300 quid, then they should be a satisfactory quality and they should last a certain amount of time. So if they arrive, they're faulty, they're damaged, then you are covered by the Consumer Protection Act. So how does it work then? Well, essentially, if you take back an item which isn't fit for purpose, of a satisfactory quality and as described, within 30 days you will get a full cash refund. Not a voucher, not a £30 or whatever it is to spend in store, full cash refund. You will need a receipt or a proof of purchase. A lot of people get bogged down with, oh, I haven't got the receipt. Well, actually, a carrier bag has been used in court as proof of purchase. A bank statement would be proof of purchase. I bought a camera when I was travelling, and the camera broke. And the guy, I bought it in Singapore. I was back in the UK. I said to the guy, this isn't working. He said, you didn't buy it from me. You haven't got any proof. So I thought, oh yeah, he's not going to be helping me. I'm on the other side of the country. When I looked at the camera that I bought, I was able to load up 2 pictures of the storekeeper, the guy who ran the business, a picture of him when we were testing the camera out. That was my proof of purchase. I sent him that picture and I did get a refund. So proof of purchase could be many things. So you've got 30 days to get a full cash refund. All right, don't let them palm you off with a store or money to spend in the store. Full cash. After that 30 days, let's say it's gone 31 days, then they don't have to give you a full cash refund, but they could offer to repair or replace, depending on the said item. After 60 days, you've got 30 to 60 days for them to repair it. After those 60 days, if they haven't repaired it or if they haven't replaced it, cash, money back, full refund. Okay, if you go on which.co.uk, you'll find a video to do with the Consumer Protection Act. But if you're in a shop and some store managers say no, you can't have this, well, then you can get on your high horse and say, well, under the Consumer Protection Act 2015, because this is less than 30 days, I'm welcome to a full £30 full cash refund. No money's asked. Thank you very much, please. And if they don't comply with that, you can go to Trade-in Standards and they will back you up. You get a reference number and you quote that reference number to them, and usually they act upon that. So just some consumer advice from Mr. Hughes. I'm turning into a consumer warrior here. Right, okay. You have legal rights if you bought it, if it's damaged and so on, if it's not advertised. Those are the things that we've talked about here on. But you don't have rights if it's damaged through wear and tear, if you've spilt something on it, if there's an accident and so on. That's when you are not covered, and that's there to protect the business. Okay, short and sweet this week. There's a homework there for you. Any questions, send me an email. Pleasure working with you. Completion rate is sky high at the moment. Keep it up. And who knows, I think there's talk of us going back to school on a certain date, but don't quote me on that, but I think it's happening. Look forward to seeing you. We're nearly there. Thank you.